All right, here's everything that's included with the Swarovski Companion CL 8x30 binoculars. I actually have the Northern Lights version as well as the Wilderness version, the Wild Nature version. Everything that's included with both of them, I only have one item out, but the difference between the two, which is what I'll go over in this video, I have everything that's different. I have each counterpart. So here are the binoculars that are included first and foremost, and it's the exact same binocular for both of them. There's a button as well as a spacer on this side that's in place, and so it's a keeper and a button to use the binoculars without the neck strap. Now, if you are going to use a neck strap, it looks like this, and I have those two pieces out here. I always worry that I'm going to lose them, but I've actually had the first pair of binoculars for a long time. I haven't lost them. And so they go on, the spacer goes as such, and then the button has a spring action in it. Push down and twist, and you can feel it snap into place, and it's very secure. That's where that's the attachment points for the neck strap. What else? So this is included in the exact same item in both versions. No difference there. This is included in both. Soap and brush, that's included in both. Customer warranty registration card included in both. Microfiber cloth, that is included in both. A decal, that's included in both. And then the soap and brush, in case you're wondering what they look like. A little bar of soap with the Swarovski logo on it, and the brush. Not for the lenses, but for the body. And a user manual. And the actual box, which is empty, that I have. All right, so that's everything that's the same for both binoculars. Put that over to the side. Now, these are the differences. So the only differences are the cases, the neck straps, and so this is the difference between the two. Both about the same weight. This is a touch heavier, actually. Now, if I were to repurchase these again, I actually bought this one first and then this one for my wife. I would recommend this one, just because the way I use these cases is always to store my binoculars when they're in use. These are not, I don't usually take these out. And even if I do, this is just a lot more flexible. You can remove the straps, you can reattach them. Here's the neck strap. And they just closed off to dust and grime. And it's slightly more padded on the inside, whereas this is made out of wool. This is made out of either polyester or nylon. This has a leather strap. This one is very sleek, though. I mean, it looks really nice. And it's all wool. The other thing I noticed is I actually I don't use this to store my binoculars. And the primary reason is this wool material sheds. And it gets on the lenses, and you have to keep blowing at the lenses to get it off. You don't want to touch it. And so it's kind of annoying. Not to mention, it's just a magnetic button here to close it. And not that they're going to fall out, but it's kind of flimsy. This, as I mentioned, this is made out of, it says right there, handmade 100% pure wool. And these straps, this carrying strap is not removable. There are nice touches. I mean, there's leather stitching here. This strap looks to me made out of, I believe, feels like cotton, and then has wool reinforcement all the way through to the other side, but as I mentioned, it's not removable. It's a little flimsy, not padded, and all these little wool hairs, they shed off and get onto your objectives. Now for the next strap, so both of them have this rubbery material inside, which I like. And I do use this. This is nice. And this one has the wool backing, and this has a neoprene, more of a neoprene backing. But it still has that rubber. And as I mentioned, both of them have the same ends. And, ooh, my button's left in here for my other ones. But yeah, that pops in, and then that will go onto the binoculars. And as I mentioned, this one does have a strap. I'm probably not going to use this because I almost never, in all my binoculars, I do not carry them around in this. Like I said, this is just used for transport when traveling, or once I'm done for the day, I put I'll place the binoculars back in here and they go into the drawer. So this one is padded here. It closes nicely. I think of all my binocular cases, this is probably one of my favorite designs. It's got a nice little pouch. I'll probably put some Zeiss wipes in there. But this is very well made. It would have been nice if they put a piece of Velcro here or something, but that's okay. These straps will be secured to this pouch by Velcro. That's very tight. Ooh. So that's not going anywhere. That's pretty convenient. But I don't think, and this looks like that. It looks like seatbelt material. This is like overkill sturdy, but this is probably nylon. That's cool. Including a little elastic band to hold this all together. And so those are the differences between the two. Everything else is the same. It's just like how you're going to, there's one more version of this, which is, I believe, the jungle version. And from what it looks like online, it's similar case to this, I believe, without a zip. Maybe with or without. I'm not sure. But it looks like it's much less padded. It's a little bit flimsier. So if I had to pick of all three accessory sets, everything equal and price equal, I would pick this one. But I think because this is perceived or has a better market share, this version's almost always a couple $100 or $100 more expensive. They're supposed to be the same price, but from like third-party sellers, if you're not going to really use it that much, I still didn't think it was worth it to get this version, but I was just curious when my wife wanted a pair, so I went ahead and got it. And if I had to do it over again, I'd get both of them in this. All right, hope that helps.